Hello. Welcome back. This will be my very first night footage. I'm not gonna sure how it'll turn out, whether it's gonna be too dim or it's gonna be just nice. I have most of the GoPro settings on auto. Pro tune, I think it's turned off. So I hope it all goes well. If not, then I'll have to make some more adjustments. But if you are hearing this, then perhaps well now, because you if you're not, then I'll probably have removed this footage. So either way, I'm a little exhausted from work and not having enough sleep for the past few days. No one else to blame but myself, because I had wanted to do something and I was working on a few things on my own, and it took me the night. Uh, well, you can say that you should have done these kind of things, in the morning or in daylight. But then again, there's this part of me that feels like, oh, it's gonna be such a waste of the evening if I were to sleep so early. So I ended up editing some footage, watching some tutorials on YouTube on how to use Vegas Pro or After Effects or some writing skills. And I've been reading up on an ebook that I bought off Amazon. I'm reading it off my Kindle. It's called Cornering Confidence by J or Joe. I forgot his last name. Probably put it in the link or in the subs below. And yeah, so basically the essence of the book is that your how would I say, your confidence, your cornering confidence or your writing confidence ultimately equals to your knowledge plus your experience. So it's a matter of learning and wanting to progress and wanting to improve and putting that into practice such that you make actual improvement, other than just observation alone. You just only absorb 20%, or maybe just reading alone you only absorb 30%, that kind of thing. But pushes for experiential learning. I mean, reading up the thesis and actually putting it into practice. Okay, yeah. So I've been doing that. Pretty much been reading up what he has to share on his book about some tips in writing, and especially in cornering, body positioning, a few minor things like clutching in, braking, where should you put your weight, where should you be looking. I mean, as a new writer myself, I may or may not have been aware of these things, but the thing is, I have to be conscious of what I'm doing when I'm writing, so that will help me improve over time. Because the saying goes that you could be someone with 10 years of writing experience, or you could be someone with 1 year of writing experience, but repeated 10 times. So the point is to always seek knowledge and then to apply it on the road. Okay, so a few things that perhaps I can share is that one thing what I have learned from the book is that is how to position your arms, or to be aware not to stiffen your arm. So this will allow you to maneuver quite freely. A habit of mine, which I realize has always been the case, is that I tend to be my arms tend to hold on too tight to the handlebars, and sometimes I have it really stiff because I'm just, maybe subconsciously, I'm afraid that I'll lose grip of the handlebar or start to flail and whatnot. But one tip that he has shared is to maybe once in a while, right, just make sure you are able to just slap your elbows like what I'm doing now. Like now, if you can see it, to remind yourself, oh, it's you are having quite a comfortable grip, and which is good, because if not, right, I'll be like, oh, quite stiff. Yeah, I'll be gripping on too tight, and then if something were to happen, then I don't have that flexibility to make that fine adjustment just in time. So it's a minor thing, I think, but it's very important in a way. pretty much changed your riding experience, or it has changed my riding experience. And yep, and that's about one of the main things that he has shared, and which I feel that I should share with whoever's watching this. It's a great tip, no? Slapping your arm, easy. And moving on to the second thing that I felt that I have learned, or am still learning, is what he has termed as the palm pull clutch in. Okay, perhaps the experienced riders will be familiar with this, but this is something that's very new to me. The palm pull clutch in. Okay, so it's a method of clutching in using the fleshiest part of your palm. So what I have been doing for my case is that I have been clutching in made with 2 or 3 fingers, using a lot of my finger strength, just clutching in this way. Okay, so it's like your pulley muscles, and then just clutching in that way. So that's I feel that there's nothing wrong to it, but in terms of the range of motion and that the fact that your muscle fatigues over time, if you were to be doing it for quite a long while, maybe an hour or 2, then yes, you are sure to feel the fatigue. So the palm pull, forgive me, I keep forgetting what it's called. It's a palm pull clutching method. Is very simple. It's all about the motion of your wrist and your adjusting your palm to the grip. And so basically what it is to use the fleshiest part of your palm to help you, to assist you in clutching in. And what that provides is a greater sensitivity and control over the clutch lever. Okay, you know what I mean? So I hope you can see this. It's not the best example, but I believe this is what I've been practicing, and I feel that there is a big difference in what I've been doing. And so here goes. Okay, I'm gonna clutch in. I'm not gonna kick up my gear because I'm on the 6th gear. That's my maximum gear. And okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my 2 fingers and observe. Okay, okay. So instead of doing it this way, what I'm doing is, you see that wrist action as compared to that finger action. So it's a lot more comfortable. I gain more control, because when I use just 2 fingers like that, I tend at times it slips off, or maybe if I don't have enough of my fingertips on the lever, it just pops out. Okay, so you don't want that to happen. So when I do it that way, I ensure that I have a good grip and quite a comfortable like gesture. So that's about it. That's pretty much all I have to share regarding that matter. I'm not an expert myself, but that's what I am practicing, and I feel like it will be helpful for you too. And there's one more thing, if I may add to that, probably put in more descriptions or more details on how to perform the palm pull clutch-in. Perhaps you can even search for tutorial videos on YouTube or any articles that will help. But I'll just share some final details once I have this video edited, and it should appear right down about now. Okay. On the other hand, something very new that I've learned today is the roll-up braking. Okay, that I have not put into practice, but I've just read up on it earlier on at work today. And yeah, so it's a motion whereby you close your throttle and you brake in with your whole sort of your palm moving in forward. So it's similar to the palm pull clutch-in, but in reverse. I hope that gives you a clearer picture. Because to be honest, I'm not too sure of it myself. But yes, Something I will start practicing soon and will be working on and see if it makes a difference for me. Ultimately, what I find is that all these things shared by experienced riders or pro riders, uh, it is the reader's responsibility to find what works for them, what's practical for them, and what's most comfortable for them. And with that, right, you are sure to enjoy riding even more. And yep, that is about all I have to share regarding to the book that I have been reading. And once I read up more, I will share more and see what I find really helpful and what's practical, especially in street riding in Singapore. Okay? And moving on, if you have been watching my previous videos, I have mentioned that I had purchased some gloves from Decathlon which were damaged in about 2 or 3 days after use, and it cost $20, and I requested for an exchange, and I have finally exchanged, made a 1-for-1 exchange for these gloves, which is of lower value, $15, and to top up, to make it $20, I got I think a small massage ball valued at $5. So the gloves that I bought was exchanged for these gloves and a massage ball, and I feel these gloves are better. The mobile touch ability is a lot more impressive. I can actually, I don't have to like do some double or triple tap. And it's very convenient, especially when I'm using my phone on the road, or for anything for that matter that requires you to be using your fingers. Yeah, but I am not sure how this will turn out to be, how this will be the case for when I use it for the mountain bike. But I hope it will last longer than the previous glove. Maybe perhaps at least about a month or a few months. If not, I will be disappointed, and I will definitely stop buying gloves from Decathlon. Maybe find a better alternative. But for now, this is quite satisfactory. I'm happy using it. I think it's quite better it's better in the right location. Alright. In between. I am heading to Tampines Central. To meet my fiance, who has ended her shift. Okay. Almost missed exit. Ooh. Oh, I may not have mentioned this earlier, but I got a new box which I have purchased from Motomall. It costs about, it's a new retailer. Cost me $300, but you can get it cheaper if you get a buddy deal. So But it's a 55 liter metal box. Looks good. It's a brand, pretty much brandless product of China. But so far it's been very good. I've had it on only for a day or one night. I had it changed last night because my previous box was damaged. It cracked, possibly because of the accident I had last year. And about the box, I'll try to get a footage of it later. If it's not in this video, then it will be on the next. Uh, I'm quite happy with it. Perhaps one thing that is bugging me is that I noticed that it's a bit, maybe when it uh was put onto the bracket or the rack, it wasn't as flat as it was supposed to be, so it might have been lopsided to the left. It's nothing critical, but these are some things that I have noticed. Not that it affects my riding performance. Almost forgot I was going Tampines Central. Wanted to go right ahead. Okay, and voila. So I'll see how, if it's something I can fix on my own. Just get my tools and offset the bolts and nuts, and it'll be good. But if it's not something I can do on my own, then I'll have to contact the guy. The only thing that would be a bit of a hassle is that the guy who's running this business is at, where is it? Senja Road, oh, west side, very close to Dairy Farm Choa Chu Kang there. So whereas I live in the east, and yeah, so I think that explains it all. Once in a lifetime, there's no second chance. Beef. Excuse me. Alhamdulillah. Oh, now my helmet stinks. I can smell the mutton curry. Let's see if she's here. Should I check my phone or should I not? I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just get there first and then give her a call later. Oh, look at how dirty my windshield is, or pretty much the whole bike. I hope she's here, or else I'll have to move. Please be here. And yes.